Everyone who would like to receive the briefing on the church finance, please remain. We'd like to give you a briefing as to the status of the church financially.
Oh, yes, I would like to know that.
Will all the members of the finance committee please come forward, please come up.
Better get in there.
All finance committee, please come up forward, please.
I don't know.
No, I mean, like, I thought it was
Something nice to drink around.
I didn't mean it
This won't take long, but it's for your benefit. We'd like to get it started as soon as everybody decides whether they're going to stay or go.
Everybody wants to go.
Okay. It's been a little over a year since you had a briefing, and you're overdue. The main reason we held off on it is to finish up the audit report to see how we stood. And we've briefed the stewards already, so now we want to brief those who are interested in the finance of the church. First thing I'd like to do is introduce your finance committee. All are here except one. Sister Shepherd's cooking today, so she can't be with us. But she's the one that puts all these reports together. This is your finance committee. And every Sunday, while you are back dining, most of these ladies are in the office there, taking the tithe contribution and putting it together. Brother Larry and I, we assist whenever we can. We have a drawback. Neither one of us can read or write Korean, so we're kind of on the outside in that area. But we do help them when we can. Now, this is a sort of condensed form of your briefing. We have a detailed report in the office. Anyone that desires to come by the office and see exactly what every penny in this church is spent for, and actually how much is received, where it's received from, etc. It's available in the office at any time. Now, the budget committee tries to establish a target every year as to how much income we receive and try to figure out how much we're going to spend. And you're looking at the report, you'll see sometimes we overshoot, sometimes we undershoot. But we always seem to be on target when it comes to the running of the church and keeping the finance stable. I can say for you and report to you that the church is in good shape financially. You'll see on the report. We're in good shape. We have did last year we did something that we didn't think we'd be able to do for a while. We paid off the church finance. We paid off the building. This building belongs to Han-Ma-Eum Baptist Church, free and clear. We do not have any outstanding bills. With that, I'd like to start with the report, please. Okay. This is the annual income that we receive. And we receive this annual income from you. Only from you. We don't have any outside investments. We don't have any income coming in from work that we do outside. It comes strictly, voluntarily from the members of this church. And you take a look-see up there for a church this size. This is a pretty good size budget we have. Total income for the last year, $237,851.32. That's a pretty good size. And you'll see it's listed there where in each area that it came from. When you're talking about the areas of youth fund, love offerings, and encampment, etc., that's still contributions from you. You pay into the church to support these various areas. Pay particular attention to the area of their missions. You'll see in a little while when we're paying out the expense as to how much this church supports mission. I think you'll be impressed as to a church this size, what we do. Okay, here's our expense. I know some of those figures there are kind of alarming to you. The first one includes our pastor's salary, which we consider the love offering. It's included in there, and it's for the overall operation of the church. Now, the second one, you get alarmed on it and say, woo, that's a lot of management funds, okay? That figure includes $57,000 that we paid off the church building. That's why it's such a large figure, $109,000. $56,000 of it was the payoff. We paid off the building in January of last year. In the worship area, that includes the books and whatever that we have to buy for the operation of the church. Now we go to missions, $50,000. That's 26 missions scattered around the world that we support. For a church this size, that's an awful lot. From Philippines to Japan to South America to here in San Antonio downtown, we support missions. This is a very mission-oriented church, and we do our share. That's a pretty good sum, $50,000. Education department, this includes DBS and our children's classes, etc. Sister Karen's youth area. Last year we spent $296,000. Now, if you think back, I said we only collected $237,000, so that looks like a big shortfall. But it wasn't, because $56,000 of that was paying off the building. And we had sufficient funds that we had deposited in the bank where we could afford to do that. And we'll get to the bank deposits a little later. Okay, here's your budgetary information. For 2011, we projected $311,000. Like I say, sometimes we shoot for the moon and we don't quite get there. We actually received $237, and we spent $296. Looks like we had a shortfall of $58,000, but we didn't, because $56,000 of it, as I say, was paying off of the building. So it actually amounts to $2,104.56 shortfall. Again, that wasn't really a shortfall either, because we hired an auditor to come in and check our books. That cost us a little over half of that $2,000 was for that auditor, which we wouldn't have had the expenses we had to call it in. So really, we came real close to breaking even last year. Very close. Within $500-600, I think, we would have broke even. And we had some extraordinary expenses last year. I didn't get into the detail of them, but we had a problem in our kitchen where we had to call in the people to completely work that. That cost us about $1,000. We had the outside area out there. We had to dig the drainage deal, and we didn't have to pay for the labor. We had to pay for the materials and all that, et cetera. So that was an extra expense. So we did have some expenses last year that we didn't encounter before. So we came real close, breaking even. Now, the last half of that is our 2012 budget. We're budgeting $253,700. We established that as our target, the amount of funds that we'll get in, and we look at the expense, which was similar to what we had this year, although I don't think it will be quite that much. The building is getting older, so we do have to worry about the maintenance, et cetera, on the building. But I don't think we're going to have the expense this coming year that we had last year. So we say we'll have a cash net flow of $16,000. That's over the amount in which we have budgeted for, which we receive, and which we have to pay out. We think we'll have $16,000 over. Okay, now the goodie part. This shows the amount of funds that your church has in the bank. In your savings account, money mark, $56,000. In your operating account, $38,000. This operating account is used for the daily expense that we have at the church. This pretty well fluctuated. It runs between the 38 that you see there. It'll drop down around 32 and then come back up, etc. But it remains pretty stable. We haven't had a big fluctuation in that area in an awful long time. So my original statement to you that the church is in good shape financially is true. We're in good shape. We do have sufficient funds available in case any emergency that might come up, and we can take care of it. We're not dependent upon having to go out and get a loan or what have you for anything. No. I can't foresee any thing that will come up in the church where we don't have the funds to take care of the emergency. So again, I thank all the members of this finance committee. I thank them personally for what they did. I thank the pastor for his leadership. And above all, I thank you, the congregation, for your tithes and your generous contributions that you make to Han-Ma Baptist Church. You did a wonderful job. And I think the good Lord will bless each and every one of you for what you do. Thank you. Now, one moment, please. If you have any questions about anything, please stop by the office and we will go over it with you in detail. Anytime you just let us know if you want to see any of the detailed report, we have it available. We could not cover each line item by line item. We've been here all afternoon probably, because this is how much time we spent putting it together. But we hope we gave you enough information where you understand what we're doing and how we do it. Any questions? Thank you.
Yeah.